Greetings, my Rantians. Hope you all are doing well today, and welcome back to another episode of Anno 1800. I am very excited today because we're going to be starting on a whole new set of islands, and these are given to us by none other than Mr. Major himself, the banner designer for the Imperium. And I'm so excited to get these going. But before we do all the, talking about the lore and all that stuff, I just want to mention, if you did happen to come across the channel now, and you do like what we're doing here, by all means, feel free, go and check out the channel, see if there's something that interests you. And if you are definitely interested and want to stick around, we would love to have you. The Imperium grows very rapidly every single day, and it's one click away if you decide to do so. But now, I want to get into the lore behind the Kingdom of Sapin. The Kingdom of Sapin was La Corona's biggest ally in the border regions, one of its islands being directly annexed by La Corona following a succession crisis in the kingdom. As such, the kingdom is made of a bulk of La Corona infrastructure and fighting capability. The Kingdom of Sapin was also behind the Imperium's only defeat in the border region conflict, as it successfully defended their land and were able to ensure that La Corona's vanguard forces were able to flee back into safety. Following the ceasefire, the Kingdom of Sapin was stripped of its capital, and the Isle of Belfort was given to the Imperium as collateral. Although the Queen has accepted Rantian help, her people, and especially the nobility, remain very divided as to the current balance of power, and some of them straight up opposing Rantian intervention in the region. However, our goal is to win the hearts of the Sapini people. We did have to do what was necessary in order to win the war. That much is clear. But I did not want it to be at the expense of nations that were pulled into it. This nation in particular, of whom was extremely strong, has a very long history and is even deep-rooted with La Corona itself. Our goal is La Corona. Our goal is not to destroy any nation that aligns with them, because we don't know whether they've been in any which way, shape, or form coerced into doing so. And that is why we are here today. Why we are going to work to restore the Kingdom of Sapin to the best of our ability and improve our relations with this incredible kingdom. Naturally, we're going to face our own challenges, that is for certain. We don't have access directly to Imperium supply lines, but we will make sure that our fellow Rantian protectorates in the region help us with the restoration of not only the first island that we're working on, being the island of REMORAY, which hopefully I'm saying that correctly, but also for other islands that are based with the Kingdom of Sapin itself. And there are a couple of little checkpoints and missions and quests that we have to do. Mainly, the objectives part is the most important for me. So now getting out of the roleplay for a second, what Mr. Major has done has essentially, when he broached the subject to me way back, he was telling me that there were certain bits of tasks that he would think is really the best way of going about winning the hearts of the Sapini people. And I really like that because it, obviously builds upon the lore and the reason why we're doing this. Because, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, would the Imperium 100% want to restore a nation that did fight it, even though we didn't see them as a true target? Not particularly, because that's our time and our resources. But we want to make sure that the world is shifting in our favor, and we're going to do this to the best of our ability. So, the main objectives here are to place a trading post in the middle of the emplacement, which is going to be right over here. Every house and service must be built on the water, which means something kind of similar to what we did over here with Imperial Albahan, which they were very impressed about, that we were able to rebuild this nation over down here. This also goes into specific skins, which I won't go over here. We'll just talk about them when we get to them. We need to have a population of 500 farmers and 500 workers with specific skins for those ones, which we will see in a moment. Have every mine and pits running with electricity. That should be simple for us to do. Place at least one dream spire and a statue of Lady Morningstar on the island. Totally fine. No NWCU infrastructure allowed. Sorry, Shadow. That's literally right here. I can't do anything about that, man. You have to fix this. I can't help you out with that, buddy. And no market stands allowed. So the little guys that we have, just as a little reminder for everybody, the ones that we have like right over here. So without further ado, let's get to work, because there's a lot of stuff that we have to do, and it is going to be a doozy of a build. So first and foremost, I do have a bunch of images that Mr. Major has provided to me in order to make sure that this works properly, and I very much appreciate not only the time, but the willingness to do so, right? It's really important. And what I've done in the meantime is bring over a whole bunch of resources so we don't have to worry about it.
Your leadership.
Hopefully we'll see that happen here very quickly. So the very first thing that we want to do is we want to try to pre-plan everything. And every airship that you see here, minus this one, this is for another settlement that's still based with the Kingdom of Sapin itself. These three, plus the ship that's bringing a whole bunch of resources over from New Albion, are part of this island. And only designated for this island. So the very first thing I'm going to be doing is building up this oil refinery and shutting it off, because there's no reason for it to work. If this thing wants to be any louder, I'm not entirely certain. But we are going to also get the main roads built up, and we're going to start it off by bringing it up to like somewhere here. And this is going to be real important. What's coming up? It's really crucial. It's really crucial. We're going to be going over here to the RANTIAN Imperium ornaments. And now I have to find, it's this one. Awesome. Get the other base going. Banner. And banner. So pretty. So pretty. Love to see it. It's awesome. So in the very middle, we are going to be putting an administration building for landowners. And we're going to have to increase the population size here quite a bit in order for this to really work. But this is going to be the first place for it. I think this is not a bad spot. Actually, you know what? Let's bring it a little bit further up. I'm just trying to see what would be the best place, because there is a little hill right over here. So I think if we put this thing like maybe right here, it would be kind of okay-ish. Maybe. No, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. It needs to be built on the road. What the heck? Oh, that was weird. It had to it had to fix itself up for a second. So we'll put this one right over here. I can't follow the diagram exactly as is, because I did not know that there's a friggin' hill over here. But what I'm going to do is, because the road actually does go down to here, I'm just going to bend it and bring it down. So at least we have our foundation set right here. I think there will be indeed... Look at this. Look at what the game makes me do. There's one way to go through here with the train tracks, and we want to get that sorted so we at least get some oil going right now. And I'm trying to see, as far as where the oil should go, it should be right over on this side. So let's go ahead and get the oil harbor situated as well. And I'm going to build it right here, along with its oil stores, because, I mean, this is going to be important, considering what we're going to be doing here. Oh, crap. Okay, it's even. It's even. God bless. Awesome. All right. So that's the next step. Then we want to connect up the train tracks with the oil refinery, which is back here. And we're going to go ahead and do the typical tactic of having the parallel tracks, but they're going to have to go in a particular way, not necessarily straight on. I don't think it's possible, but we can try it. Let's go from back here, maybe. Is this still connected? Yeah, I think it is. Still is. All right, there we go. Let's go from about here. Might be a little bit too much. I lied. We're going to go from over here. And I will try to bend it up just so we can bring it right past the administration building, because that is kind of the plan here. And I'm going to get rid of this one. What did it do anything over here? Oh, they're not connected. What the hell? All right, now they're connected. Great. I'm going to leave one row in between that's open like this and just keep it. Let's bring it to about here, and then from here down. It didn't want to connect here either. For some reason today it just does not want to cooperate with me. And then in here, we're going to connect it up with the second side. Make it look a little bit easier in that regard. And then we're going to bring it all the way down to here, which it doesn't exactly line up, but it's still fine. We're going to do it anyway. And we're going to do the same with this. Now, the island of REMORAY, hopefully I'm saying, I don't want to say it the American way, the REMORAY. I'll say it, I guess, in that way for now. REMORAY is meant to be a breadbasket region for the Kingdom of Sapin. So, naturally getting this place built up, and if we can get some really decent trade relations going here, that would be fantastic. Because, I mean, what we're planning here is going to be pretty substantial. Now, I have to unfortunately do this, which is to link up a couple of these tracks together. Otherwise, it's going to give me that horrid, oh yeah, parallel tracks. Yeah, have fun with that, champ. Go ahead and link this one up, and then this one up, and that should be pretty good. So what we're going to do is start this up, and that's going to be 1 second oil. That's wonderful. And the cool thing is, when we actually colonized this island, we were able to get the, I think it was Unifier? Yeah, I think it was Unifier. Yeah, so plus 100 island workforce for this. So regardless of whether we had any workers here at all, this is still going to work out just fine. And I think just based off of the vibe that I'm getting, we should go with the steampunk type skins. So let's go with the Steamliner. And that's the only ones that we will see here. Now, what I want to do is start getting to work on the main harbor area, which is going to be absolutely crucial. And I also do have a little bit of a bit of diagrams I can pull from if in order to do so. I really love it that you guys are doing this. I really do. So, it may not be exactly how it's set over here, but we're going to do our best, because the Big Betty areas we'll have to go over. Where the hell are even the Big Betties? Right over here, monster guns. Well, we're going to need some soldiers over here in order for that to work, but this is meant for one, and this is meant for the other, so those are going to be the 2 spots there. And then more island storage capacity is going to be right next to it over here, and I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to bring it down to make it even with this one. I think it'll be even. Let's see. I could potentially even put it in front, but I want to make sure I follow the diagrams to the best of my ability. There we go. I think that's pretty good for now. And just in order to make this spot look nice, we can either try to put another pier or another depot right behind it, but in this case it's not going to fit properly, so I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to cover this up with some of the keys. Over here should be okay, but this spot is just different because the way that the shoreline is a little bit wonky. So we have those, and we're going to get some more depots going, specifically to have them face inward a little bit like this. So the ships should be able to come into the main harbor area, and even in this particular situation, we can have some more. There are spaces in order to have some additional depots. Like there can be one there. I think if I position this a little bit different, we can have one there too. But I think over on this side, I will just fill this out with key streets, and then later on, this is a really cool thing. Every time someone has a suggestion and they're watching the videos, they message me later on and they talk about it. So then I'll know what to do later on and fix the areas that they want to have fixed. That's really, really cool. Along with that, we are going to go ahead and get the fisheries built up. So the fisheries, I think what I'm going to do actually is just hug the road along the depots. And the key over here, my mouse wants to work. That's a whole different story in and of itself. And bring it out a little bit over to about here. Gonna do the same on the other side. That doesn't look fantastic over there. I don't like it when it swaps. Well, it was gonna swap at some point, isn't it? Unless I fix it right now. I guess I can do that. Let's see how far it goes. We'll bring it to about here. Okay. And we'll bring this over to about here. And the cool thing is, because the Kingdom of Sapin has ties to La Corona through marriage and just the longevity of their whole, relationships and whatnot, they have some valuable intel. that they can provide to us. We need that intel in order to get to the New World. That's La Corona's base territory. We have to make sure we get this information, and that's another reason why we have to be on their good graces. Let's go ahead and build up some of the initial fisheries right over here. So we'll have 3 fisheries and then another depot area, which is going to be right about here. And it's literally going to be mirrored on the other side as well. So like right there. Are any of these the Old Town skins? Shoot,
What
that's
brings
one.
you here, master?
You need to change. You need to be this one. And until we get some people actually here, I'm probably going to stop the production of like these 2 to follow because we just don't have enough people. So stop you
Time for a nap in the hay.
and stop this one. That actually looks very cool to start off. That's for certain. And then there's a couple more fisheries over on this side. So we'll have one over here and one over here. The airship is coming back. Love to see it. Just trying to make sure that it doesn't swap its skin on me. This one, there it is. And this one. Pretty cool. Go ahead and bring that down to here. And bring this one down to here. Pause you, pause you. I'm not doing the shift tactic because some of them can work, and that's fine. We don't need all of them to be functioning at the moment. So, along with that, we have enough room for more than likely ships to get in here when they want to trade out, because not all of the goods that are going to be sent out from this island are only going to be via airships, and each one of them have been named specifically by Mr. Major, so I went ahead and did that as well. I can't get the one all the way back. There we go. The Venti is meant for another island. I built 5 just because I need to have something that's fast, and I didn't want to use the other ones just yet until I know exactly what to do with them. So what we have to do now is we need to get the harbor area actually built up with a whole bunch of people. And where in the heck is the harbor city? There it is. Awesome. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with some base farmer residences. And I think this is going to look pretty nice. Hopefully it'll work out for us. There's our first people over here. I'm going to go ahead and get the streets put up.
Life is so-so.
All right, hold up. Whoa. Now this is going to freak me out because I can't put these. Where is the marketplace? There it is. Here's the marketplace, and we are going to swap it to the ornate market. There we go. That's what we like to see, right? Right. Now I have to make sure that I get the brick housings, which is this one, and we're going to swap all of their skins to the brick housing. I think I'm going to do some beautification work from time to time, like over in these little bits and pieces over here. But we have to provide them with all of their services. So like we have the morning at sea, and that's going to be pretty important. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, no, that's for tourism. We don't care about that one. Oh, there are power plants here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that kind of works. I had no idea that was even here. Cool. The only issue is, do the farmer schools actually have a one at sea? Oh, they do. Awesome. Great. Love to see it. Let's put this right over here. And we're going to get some more of these homes built up. Kind of pull them right there. And then we should probably put... I have to figure out where the heck... You know what? Let me just take this and put it where the docklands is. And city institutions probably where the paved streets are, just so I can get to them very quickly. Because now we should be able to get every single one of these fisheries online. That's really important. I think what I will also do is potentially start bringing in some work clothes, or having them being made over here is something that wasn't necessarily discussed quite yet, but I feel just to err on the side of caution, which I normally do, I'm going to bring them in from another source. And that will allow us to see the harbor area actually at work. So there's this ship, right? And let's see where's a place that has a whole bunch of work clothes that they don't need. Maybe Saint Cyr has them. Yep, that seems to be a decent amount. How about we take 3 instead of the max over to the island here, which does indeed have its own section right here, but I will probably change its name to make it a little bit better. All right, what else y'all want? So they're getting their fish in. That's wonderful. Let's see. I think the water is going to have to be something that's built on land. So temporarily.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Hey, this is great. You know what this building is right next to it? Let me just show you. It's great. It's an effing fire station. And that happens. No one better tell me that this is anything besides my shit luck. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I will die on this hill. It is my shit luck. It is not the game. 100%. Because I'm telling you, that is the best that I could possibly build. And I put it right next to the refinery specifically for them blowing up. But, you know, it just did. It legitimately just did. I can't do anything else about it.
You reached a new milestone.
All right, where's the water? Clean water pump. We're going to put the clean water pump right about, I think maybe about here. And then the administration is only going to pose a little bit of a problem because the landowners are meant to be like right here. And we don't have enough to provide to them quite yet in order for the radius to expand. So let's see what other stuff. Okay, so the morning at sea, we're going to have to build that in a moment. I think I'll put this one like maybe, it's actually really cool. Put this one like right about here. How far does the radius go? Oh, I mean, it goes pretty far. Yeah, that's nice. Should be getting the water in relatively soon. And we're getting the work clothes in, so that's lovely. Get a couple more farmers here. So we have to get up to 500 farmers. And we also need to get up to 500 workers in order to get the farms rebuilt and all that good stuff and make it look really nice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this, but then I'm going to tilt it on its side and bring it like right here. And the next one, we can probably like, what can we put in the middle there? Well, we can pull these guys and put them over here. This market should reach all the way back there. But we can also have our city institutions being the harbor police. We can have the old town pub skin, or the old world pub skin, excuse me. And then we are going to have a church, which the church, I don't know if I can swap it over on this side to the other skins that I have. Well, actually, you know what? I feel like this would work. I feel like this fits their vibe, but I could be wrong. I'll more than likely check it to see what's going on. Harbor Hospital is going to be crucial. I think I probably would want to put this over here then. Because this is right in the middle as opposed to the other one, right? Yeah, this is going to be a better spot for it. So we'll put the Harbor Hospital right over here. And we're going to get a road that's going to connect these guys. Because over in the middle here, we're going to do some work in a moment. And then the police station needs to... I think I'll put the police station like right behind the harbor... what is this thing called? Marketplace right there. I need to change their skins. That's really important. Change all their skins to the brick ones. Very pretty. And we now have 200 and... Well, I mean, labor pool is definitely going up, but I'm kind of not counting the fact that...
When do we start again?
Oh, yeah. They need a warehouse. Yeah. That's the thing. Where is the harbor warehouse? Where'd that be? Not in here. I probably have passed it multiple times before. That's definitely not it. Wait. Big brain idea. New Albion has it. It's right over here. I'm gonna yoink it. I'm gonna bring it right over here. Because we're gonna have to probably position it. Yeah, let's position one like right here next to the depot. Or right behind it. This one over here, we're gonna have to put it maybe here. That works. So long as I could get to it, you know, that's the most important thing. And let's get some of these and fill this out. I'm gonna fill this out and this side now too, along with this and this. So our total amount of farmers here right now are 386 rising.
Land lush and green.
We're going to get some of the horses now, and the horses stables are going to be right over here. And we're going to be expanding upon this for sure. So do bear this in mind. It's definitely a work in progress. We don't have the grain here yet, but we're going to be working on that soon. Because all of this island has been mapped out already. Let me see the steampunk skin on this. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. If only all the cars would have had the steampunk skin with it as well. Okay, now, is that enough horses for them right now? Yeah, it is. So we're bringing in the clothes. We're already producing like 20 fish over here. That's insane. You can even probably swap these out later if we decide to get one of those ridiculously powerful power plants going here. Oh, that would be insane. Oh, you know what we need? It's really important, and I didn't even put this thing down at all. Let's put down a fire station. Yeah, we'll put it on this side, though. Makes it look a little bit nicer. And then getting into beautification stuff, we're going to have to utilize the Docklands one here quite a bit. I'm just going to swap it out with this Regal Standard. I know it sounds like heresy, but I need the stuff. Put that there. Can we fit in some seating areas? No, but we can probably put in like a lamp. That's too large. Just fill that out then. I'm happy that I don't see the crates. Okay, let's put one seating there. We'll put another one of these over here. Let's do this. Let's get a lamppost there, a lamppost here. Where's a little bit of the key? Let's grab that and pull this. Actually, just do the middle. There we go. Because on the sides, we can probably just put down some like trees. Like so. And we'll get a little spot to sit. And another spot to sit. Tree and tree. Very nice, very pretty. Looking cool. I think what we can do as well is also build a couple of these homes around here too. The Kingdom of Sapin appreciates order. Order and uniformity. So I'm trying to do my best to make sure that's actually happening. That's the wrong one. We have to... There we go. That's going to solve that problem right there. Let's grab a couple more homes. I'm going to put them right about here. And change their skins immediately. So what are we looking at here? We're at 625 rising. Very cool. Very cool indeed. So we have our first little side right over there situated. And we're going to need a lot of people here that are going to be working like no tomorrow. Guaranteed. So bring in a whole bunch of their other goods and services such as like, I don't know, the sausages, the bread, all that stuff. We will do this. But the only thing that we need to do first is because this is a breadbasket region, we need to start working on the farm fields. Now, in the very middle, right? This area is designated for the vegetable farms that are around the administration building because these vegetable farms will become ridiculously powerful. And we do have like pretty much every other one that we can utilize over here. Actually, we do. We have the potatoes, we have the vegetables, we have grain, all that good stuff. So if we can probably work on the administration a little bit, then we can probably have like total island coverage if we get some landowners in good spots, right? But this is too far away, so that's not going to help them out at all. But for the time being, we're going to start off with the vegetable farms. And vegetable farms are going to start up from like probably here. Actually, you know what? We're going to get a small warehouse built up for... Actually, this is a warehouse, isn't it? I think that is a warehouse. Yeah, it is. Totally forgot. So let's get the vegetable farm. I'll get one started in a basic place, like maybe right over here. We have the fertilizer silo. We also have the plow barn, which I think we're going to need some tools in order to activate, right? Is it tools or is it just... Yeah, so we're going to have to bring in some tools as well. And then the fertilizer silo, which is going to be right behind it. Pretty cool. It's going to increase the farm field size. So I'm just going to finish them out with a shift tactic just to make it look really cool. We'll do the same over on this side then. Get this one to here and get these two built up. Man, I love being able to pre-plant stuff, but holy hell, I went out of freaking timber. Isn't that fantastic? Love to see it. Love to see it. And I thought I was doing so well already. So well. Okay, that's now 100 and... no, that's 92. Let's get them over here. 96. So we have already satisfied one condition, being the farmer workforce limit. But now we have to work on the workers and getting some more of the farm fields built up. It's already starting to look very pretty. The reason why we ran out of a whole bunch of the timber is because, well, I mean, building all of these is going to take a bunch, but getting these ones too is also going to be a fair amount. I'm bringing in one additional resource to the region, and you see how the fertilizer barn or fertilizer silo is actually working? Yeah, it is because I've been also bringing over some dung from New Albion. Yeah. It was necessary. Okay, it's definitely necessary. Can we build this one? No, we need actually to have them. Let's see. I guess I could pre-plan where the other ones are going to be to start off. Let's grab this and put it over here. I'm going to just put it in blueprint mode for now. And we'll get the barn, and we'll also get this one over here, and then do the exact same thing we did on the other side right over here. Let's see if I can... no, I don't want to copy it. I kind of want to mix it up from time to time, you know? It shouldn't all look the exact same. That's my opinion when it comes to farm fields, because even if you go and see the real things, right? They're not all looking the exact same. They all have different layouts based off of the land, and I really want to try to stick to that. So let's get this road all the way over to here. And we'll extend it like this. And get the fields positioned around it. Kind of just tuck it in. Is that max? Oh my god. That was awesome. That's going to look really nice. We should have a spot for an Imperial Trade Union here as well. Where is that other airship? You know, it has the funniest clipping issue over in New Albion. Is it there right now? Look at this. It's all the way in the freaking building. It's hilarious. I love it. You'll love to see it. All right, can we fast forward this so we can actually, you know, get what we need over there? Where's the ship? I thought there was a ship heading over here. There is one. Where it is? Where it be? Oh, there you are.
Aye.
You're just chugging away, aren't you? Well, we are going to fast forward this so we can hopefully get that airship over here too, in order to continue our build, because it's going to really suck if we just cannot continue without any timber. You know, I guess I can do this. I can probably set another one of the airships for the time being to bring some over.
Lift achieved.
Let's open a trade route menu. We'll take it from New Albion because this is the place that has the most timber right now. So just bring a whole bunch over. Right over to here. Nice. Hey, Mouse, you want to work? That'd be really fantastic. Oh, how fast this thing's zooming. Jesus Christ. I'm going to fast forward some more because I want to see this ship. It has to go all the way through this, and I think it's possible. It has the same size as the one that Albahan has for the most part, so I think, not the ship itself, but the main harbor area entrance, etc. And the airship is coming in at the same time. That's actually a really cool scene. Oh, dude, this guy's actually looking at it at the same time it's actually coming in. That was perfect timing. Awesome. All right, moment of truth. Can you go in? Yep, awesome. You're gonna crash into a whole bunch of farming vessels or fishing vessels, but nevertheless, it worked. All the way to the back. Okay, so what's the deal here? The horses are probably not enough then. No, they are. They are indeed enough. At least for the one. And now we have some more timber
Airborne and
in
ready to
here.
go.
So the more we build these, the more we're going to actually have to get with the horses and whatnot. So the administration is going to go all the way, even if we don't change it up for the most part, it's going to be this radius. But we can have some of the regular wheat fields over and grain fields over in the back, which I'm not opposed to doing in the slightest. So I'm going to extend this road. I'm going to bring it somewhere to like right here. And first thing we're going to have to do is going to put down a warehouse. It's going to be the most important thing. It's going to be the centerpiece of this whole spot. And then head over to the workers, right? And we need to find the bread. There it is. So the grain farm. Grain farm is going to be utilizing the steam motors and all that good stuff, which is going to require us to build a fuel depot here in a moment. So let's go ahead and put this one down.
We put our love into this.
I know you do, Sweaty. I know you do. And then the tractor barn we can put down immediately. I think I'll put it on this side. Let's have like one little piece. And we do indeed have enough steam motors here to last a lifetime. So I'm going to put both of these into the stockpile and then move the venti probably over to here. Let's go ahead and build that up.
Fields might help.
Okay, woman. All right, hold on, hold on. I actually get a lot more fields than what I anticipated originally. Like, that's 135 as opposed to what it normally is base game, which is in the 200s for this. But let's go ahead and get the fuel station underway. Now, this is going to require us to have some workers, which we will go ahead and upgrade in a moment. And we can go ahead and put the fuel station, which is going to have a pretty decent radius. Yeah, so far it's like getting everywhere. So go ahead and put this thing like right over here. I think this is a nice spot for it. And now we need 75 workers, so we can't have you guys doing anything right now. We're going to go ahead and upgrade a couple of these guys, hopefully soon. The horses. Horses again? Okay, hold on. Well, I'm bringing in some of the grain now, so let's get a horse training ground set up for them, and then we're going to build a whole second set right next to it. That's going to look very pretty. And you are already getting overloaded. So let's go ahead and put down a small warehouse right here on the other side of the administration building. I think we should also have like the occasional police office and or police station and fire station, which over here we're going to be prioritizing the volunteers. We'll have a volunteer fire department right over there. We'll also have a volunteer one conveniently positioned right over here when I get more timber in. So dumb. I'm constantly having this issue. Where's the other one? Are you bringing the timber? Okay, you don't need to wait. Just go. Just go. Shoot. No, you don't need to go back. You don't need... Okay. All right. Go. Zoom. Thank you.
Where to?
They take forever to load and unload. Naturally. I get it. Let's bring that airship over here as quickly as possible because I don't really want to slow down this build whatsoever. I need to get workers out here as quickly as possible, and I need that fuel station working now. So how much oil do we even have in the oil harbor? Oh, just a casual 850 already. This thing is ridiculous, okay? 1 second oil is crazy. And I don't even have the silo built up, which I don't even think it would do anything for us unless it provides extra goods every couple cycles, but that's entirely up for debate. I've never used it before, so I'm not entirely certain.
Ready to fly.
Great. Oh, wrong button. Can you deliver all of that, please? It's probably not even going to be all of it. Oh, no, it is all of it. Awesome. 903 timber is just perfect. So build this, and let's get some of these guys upgraded. This is where we started off at, so I'm gonna bring these guys up.
A new milestone.
And then followed by these guys. How much do we have now? Well, we haven't provided them with other things. So we can get them up kind of close to the school, but that needs 750 of them. I need to maintain the happy balance. Or start working on this side, which is totally possible. There's even more room over here, too, if I really want to. Get these guys upgraded. That brings them up to 430, 509. How about this? Wow. Okay, well, we got the workers to a good state, but we completely screwed the farmers from getting that condition. We can just get a whole another set built up. There we go. Easy peasy. And we'll get 2 more over here. Nice. Let's change their skins out. So they're the right ones. So now we have both of those initial conditions, objectives, what have you, completed, being 500 farmers and 500 workers on the island, which is fantastic. And now I can get this thing active.
Stop. All right, everyone, back to it.
Great. Let's get to work. Let's get some more of these fields operational, because it's going to be very, very crucial. Get the next one over here. We're going to build it up like this. Get the tractor barn. It's going to be looking really awesome once we have all the tractors running over here. Yeah, let's tuck it in like that. That's pretty cool. That's the next one. Would be a good measure to upgrade or update this one, like maybe twice. Oh, we're getting the fuel in here. Awesome. We'll have a lot of wheat fields. That's for sure. Get this one here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to position a couple of them. 3. Like this. And then just taking a look-see at the drawing here, because there's a whole bunch. Don't want that skin for this one. At least for now. And then we'll have the roads kind of go in between each one. Make it look a little bit more natural. There we go. Got a little overhang on that one. Same for you. You know what? Do this. Onto like there. Imagine if this farmer pisses this farmer's family off, they will never be able to provide their harvest. Oh man. That's where my brain goes to. It's not like, oh, look, beautiful fields, beautiful farmers, love to see it. No, it's going to be like, hey, you wanna piss him off? You're not getting your yield out. All right, let's build these fields to make it look all nice and pretty. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff in the back. Let's fill out this spot so it looks really nice, and then drag it as much as we can there. This one, on the other hand, is going to go along the road, link up there, and then fill out this spot as much as possible and bring it further forward. Nice. The same over here. See what we can do. Yeah, okay. That's a little bit better. I like what it turned into, not what it was before. Very pretty. Oh, you know what? Interesting opportunity. We can probably even get a road going straight through, like to about here, to continue building some more fields over on this side. We should have enough fuel coming from this thing to power all these. Dude, this is going to be ridiculous. How much are we even processing right now? I dare say it's a bunch. 18 so far? And we're consuming 1 for our horses. But this is because not all of them still have fuel to them. This guy back here is going to be probably my favorite because, well, quite frankly, it's in one of the nicest spots. I always like building these farms right up against cliff sides like this. I didn't think that we would only be having these farm fields this small. Let me go ahead and do this. I will put one over here and another one right there. And you know, when it comes to 1800, I really do enjoy building farm fields. For some reason, it's very relaxing to me. So naturally, when Mr. Major was talking about, you know, having a breadbasket region, I was very, very excited already. And I know that Delta has also proposed a breadbasket for New Albion, which I'm also very excited about. Get these about here and right there. Gorgeous, dude. It's gorgeous up here. Still more room, and I'm gonna exploit it. Let's do this. From here down to about here, we're gonna get another warehouse and plop it down. Because I can already see that horrid icon that I absolutely despise, and I don't want it to mess around with it too much more. This fuel station is in a prime location. It's prime. I can actually... Here, I'll do this. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, let's upgrade it to maximum. We also have this guy. We'll upgrade that a little bit. I'm seeing my bricks go down, but then I also have these 2 airships in reserve, so I will use them if I need to. Let's get this guy, like, right about here. And this here. There's also a reason why I'm starting off with the grain fields, and that is because I know New Albion is having issues with the bread supply, and naturally having all of these built up is going to be fantastic to get some over there. This is gonna look kind of cool. Get the road over to this, and we'll have the overhang. I think I might use the shift tactic here in the event that I... Oh, maybe I don't. That's pretty. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Look at that, man. You want to talk about, like, probably the best advertisement for the Bright Harvest DLC? Here it is. This is what you want. This is what you get from it. And I tell you, it is, hands down, the best DLC of this game. You cannot change my mind. One can argue that New World Rising was very, very good. Okay, you have a point. But when it comes to this is just so ridiculously powerful. Bright Harvest will work from the very beginning of the game, when you start out, to the very end, even if you forget about it. That's what makes it so cool. And not only that, it has ridiculously awesome ornaments too, which you can utilize for farming settlements such as this anyway. So I don't know why I'm doing a walking advertisement, but there it is. All right, let's get the fuel into these guys now. I do want to kind of move on to another spot if I can. Oh, I see what the issue was over here. Hold on, 186 bricks. I'm going to make this a double road again because there's going to be a airport later on built up here. I want to make sure that I get that spot linked up by a road, at least from right now, and it's going to be a long straight one over to this spot where the other 2 airships are just big chilling. Let's see. There's also meant to be a little village up here, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be building in this particular episode. We're going to be working on this island for a good couple of episodes, so let's bear that in mind as well. Let's see what it looks like with this skin. Oh, I kind of like this one a little bit more. I think it works. Totally forgot about it. Swap that around. Let's get this one too. Very pretty. I'll keep that one as is. And this one, swap it out. Do it this way. Yeah, that looked nicer.
Oh, I'm always busy, Duck. A field no ten.
Still don't have any fuel into this one. Or that one. Probably because they're still processing. Or are they delivering? Missing goods. Still not there. You also don't have it. I can potentially build another road down here. Let's probably go ahead and do that. Build into the farm fields. Yeah, that's really pretty. Really pretty. I think I will extend this one with the shift tactic, just to make it look very pretty over here. It's low-key a beautification episode for me, so I hope you all don't mind. I get a little bit too much with these farm fields from time to time. Not all the way. How about, like, maybe to about here? Yeah. And there we go. Looks a lot nicer. So now they're getting the fuel, hopefully. think it should be delivering. Yeah, so we just needed the road connection up into this spot. Really nice. Really nice indeed. How much are we making now? I'm gonna lose it, aren't I? 45! Oh, we can do so much better. We can do so much better than this. It's insane. Oh, this one doesn't even have the fuel still. Really crazy thing about this, too, is fuel stations, they're going to require, or they'll process the fuel at 15 seconds a pop, right? But then the tractor barns process it at 5 minutes. So you can have one fuel station work for quite some time, actually. So don't ever be worried about the fact that you're running out, because guaranteed you won't. You won't. If you have like one, maybe two, like let's look at the production right now. Yeah, so like one right now is doing just fine for all those. Maybe you want a little bit more. But in the grand scheme of things, this should just work all the time. It doesn't have to be micromanaged too much. That's the beauty of this DLC. Yeah, that one maxed out. We need some more bricks, so I'm going to...
Skies are clear.
Which one? What are you bringing? You're bringing in the timber. Where are you at? Are you... Wait, not there. Are you in here? Yep.
Ready to fly.
You're just nestled in there. How about you get out and then press play.
Airborne and ready to go.
So you can get over to the island very quickly. No, you don't have to head back. No, you're good. You're good. You can go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We don't need you to just be big chilling over here. We need the stuff over there now. Well, there's a lot of bricks over here. I should probably bring another airship.
Nose forward.
You go over here. Actually, no, not you. Well, you're already on the way. And you're meant for this island anyway. So, head on over. I think what I'd like to do is have a Imperial Trade Union position somewhere in here. Maybe we can have it be like a administration type office over here, which is going to later on, like out of character, it's going to boost these farm fields by a ton if I get the right items into them. And some of those items actually do increase the amount of the farm fields and the yields provided from them. So that can work very well indeed. Have this set up over here, and then as far as banners are concerned, we're gonna have their own banners. Banner and banner. Awesome. That's sick. I need more. I need more of these.
Nice day for it.
Yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. I love building farm fields. I'll have to use just regular dirt path for now until the bricks arrive. Very cool. I think one more over on this side will do. You know what? Hold on. While I like the placement, I think this would look a little bit nicer. And then in here, shift tactic. Sure. Hell yeah, dude. That's hands down one of the best areas I've ever made for grain farming. And this, I hate to say it, Patrick, it rivals Constantinople's. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, it really does.
Ready to fly.
You can cut in line. You can deliver all of this, and even some of that. And then you can fly away.
I'll boost to that.
Nice. A lot of work done. I mean, we got the basic infrastructure stuff done, and this being a huge freaking breadbasket is going to be even better. So with that local administration already set up too, let's go ahead and pave the roads. And we can either continue... I spent a lot of time in today's episode working on these farm fields in particular, and they're not done yet. They can go all the way over to here. That's what the plan is, actually. This area is going to be even more insane. But now I'm kind of keen on trying to find some specialists to help us out with making these look even... and act even better. Because right now, I mean, 20 seconds for some grain is just ridiculous. Go ahead and upgrade this one once. And then we can try to either A, expand upon the vegetable farms, which we can do, I guess. That's definitely an idea. And I'm going to do that one, I suppose. Let's put you, like, right here, please. Oh, interesting idea. Hold on. Interesting idea. Wait a tick. Have the
people celebrate
horse
your leadership.
barn right there. We can have the fertilizer be right here. We can have a couple, like a little patch right there in the front. That'll look kind of pretty. And then bring it all the way to there. Very cool. The building size is ginormous. Build the road straight to it, and we'll do something like this. And I have a idea. Wait a minute. Hold on, I got a better idea. Put this one here. Put this one here. Nice. And now the island became a little bit less attractive, but now I have to do this. Do I? I may not need to. This one is full yield. This one is full yield.
A farm? We no field?
You know what? Head down the slope. Yeah, head down the slope. I have an interesting idea to pull here. Did that screw with this one? Yeah, it did. Okay, hold up. I'll fix it. No, 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 damn it. Try this. Put this one right here. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of its farm fields, like right here. This one, on the other hand, it's gonna be kind of weird, its positioning. So let me get rid of that one piece and put that here. One Piece, great anime, by the way. And this one... Ooh. Wait. This too. Bring them a little bit further in the front. There we go.
You need a warehouse, you do.
And then from here, we can bring the road straight up to them. Nice. Build that out. Build all this. I don't think it's possible. Regardless of whatever I do. 65. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Okay, you have to get rid of this one. That was unfortunate. If that would have worked, it would have been fantastic, but... And I could probably toy around with it a little bit more and see what happens, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm just going to do the shift tactic and get this whole spot to have vegetable farms. Which then I will get rid of this one because I know there's plenty over here. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Very profitable, very powerful farming settlement already. How much vegetables are we bringing out from here now? Because, you know, we need to make sandwiches. We are at 40. Very nice. Okay, that's a lot of horses there, too. 56 grain. Okay, yeah, that's pretty substantial. That's pretty substantial indeed. We could probably start exporting the grain out, and through that grain export, we can start up, like, potentially having some of the flour mills. Because, look, these guys are working right now. It's not going to be for the whole time. Yeah, see, we're almost out of flour. Can we get the electrical flour mill going? I mean, this is going to be really good if it'll work. I'm going to mess with this, but whatever. Yeah, we have a ton of grain over in here. So I need to talk to Mr. Major and Delta to see if there are any trade agreements currently going on. Just for myself to be, like, fully up to speed on this. Because the great thing about our community is when we have ideas and they're bouncing between people,
Sky's the limit.
it's really awesome. I'm just not told all of them. So later on, they're like, oh yeah, we have this agreement. And I'm like, great, awesome. So now I can do this for you, etc., etc. That's what I like. So if you guys do have ideas and you guys are talking about like trade agreements and such, please let me know, because I want to definitely be in the loop with all of that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Getting a lot of vegetables out here. And there's still even more room to make more of these. I think just my favorite spot right now is going to be right over here, until this whole spot in the front is going to have a bunch of vineyards. You know what? For the hell of it, I'm building one already. I have to do it. I'm going to do it, actually. One vineyard at least. I have to. I put this one, like, right about here, I think, based off of... No, wait. I'll pull it back a little bit more. Bring it here. We'll have a road go across, link it up. We're gonna have to have a warehouse too. And we can put the warehouse right there, I guess. Tractor barn. 192 fields. Let's go. And up to the... Nope, I can't do this. My bad. Because I have to have roads go through here. Really cool. And then this skin, it's just chef's kiss, man. It's awesome. So once this place also has its fuel, we're going to be getting a whole bunch of lovely, fantastic grapes from here. The administration, it probably is in the nicest spot along with the banners for this island. It's awesome. It's powerful. It's going to be ridiculous when it starts exporting its goods out. What did you bring? A whole bunch of bricks. God bless you. Awesome. 950. I love seeing a maxed out brick over here. I think, no, Albahan does not have it. Albahan's almost maxed on everything else except for the bricks, which is not receiving any anymore. Unless there are more explosions, that is, which I do hope is not the case. But it wouldn't be a Rantis episode without an explosion, right? An explosion, random fire. I'm jinxing myself. I should probably do my outro now. Because that's really important, right? Yeah, absolutely. So we got a lot of work done in the grand scheme of things. We got the population sorted. We got the administration going. We have the vegetable farms and a bulk of the wheat or the grain farms also built up. So we're going to be building a whole bunch more of those. We're going to work on the small village up there in the top in the next episode, along with getting more of these farm fields built up over on the right hand side of the island before we head over to the left hand side to get some more of the, like, for example, hops, potatoes, all that good stuff, so we can export and get the breadbasket of the Kingdom of Sapin back to what it used to be and improve our relations with them, which is extremely important to me. We have to do so. I don't want to have enmity with any of the people in the border regions anymore. As the new regional power, we have to do it, and I'm glad to do it. So until next time, my friends, thank you so much. Please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. This is going to be a really awesome build set. I'm so excited for it, and I hope you are too. Have a great rest of your day, my Rantians.